against Minnesota was when Gobert got ejected with that flagrant 2. As Shai on the step back, high archer over Reed, and good hustle by J-Dub, keeping it alive. Against Minnesota was when Gobert got ejected with that flagrant 2. As Shai on the step back, high archer over Reed, and good hustle by J-Dub, keeping it alive. And good hustle by J-Dub, keeping it alive. Poku sends it over, SGA, reload 3, not gonna miss that time for the first bucket of the game.
Seems that time, and the follow-through was better than what I've seen from Austin Rivers. Nice block there by Jaden McDaniels.
As both teams put up a ton of points, it was the Thunder that was the more composed team down the stretch. Sent Minnesota the loss. The only loss that Minnesota had after leading going into the fourth quarter. There is Shai with the principles of the game. But it's interesting that this Minnesota team, as Shai pulls the string on that 3, and that'll be last touched by Minnesota.
And if you prepared for a certain guy, say Rudy Gobert, he's not in uniform tonight.
Exactly. Neither is D'Angelo Russell. Shai gets blocked out of bounds. He's been so good at grabbing rebounds, getting out on the break. Krzyzewski's pass, mishandled. And here comes Minnesota. Reed sets it up, and McDaniels on the fast break. See Poku out on Reed. Reed's got the size and a little slippery.
Guys learn to play off of each other because you know when Giddey stops with the dribble, he's even more lethal with the basket with his passes.
So next stoppage, he's waiting at the scorer's table. Shai puts his head down, then puts the brakes on, pulls up, and gets that friendly bounce. Went for the Euro step, got it back. Now McDaniels up top to Reed. Was he fouled? And free throws here for Naz Reed. And flying out of bounds. As Shai puts his head down on McDaniels and then shows the touch again. Shai gamble. Pass swings back out to the perimeter. 3 wide left. And Edwards is 21 years old now in year number 3. He could be a potent scorer. Isaiah Joe. Little hip check from Shai. Missed the layup attempt in transition. Shai, what a bounce pass inside. Omarui sneaking behind the defense.
Just to swing it back in their favor. You're approaching the 2-minute mark before halftime.
Shai got the shot up over McDaniels.
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, the free throw line was a big story in that first half. Minnesota was 16 attempts compared to just 3 for the Thunder. And I spoke to Thunder player development coach Eric Maynor at halftime.
Minnesota's leading scorer with 19. But obviously, Michael, the turnover's a little bit of a problem for OKC in the first half. Shai aggressive, gonna go right to the line and have a chance at an old-fashioned 3-point play. 5 quick points for SGA here to open up the third quarter. He was held scoreless in the second quarter. Nancy asked head coach Mark Daigneault before the game, you know, is there something that you do that sort of causes these, surveying his options. Now Shai off balance. Oh, he banked it in. Had Rivers right on his hip. Not a problem. Full speed. 8 for 13 prior to that miss. Shai right through the teeth of the Minnesota defense in transition. Well, it's really remarkable, Michael, just how consistent OKC has been on the season. Shai left wide open. Minnesota just completely falls asleep on the inbounds pass.
Made the most of them, continue to grow and excel in the off-season work that he's done.
That's all coming off with that massive 5-game straight on the road as well. Kept the Thunder away from the Paycom Center for 2 weeks. That's what it was at my day.
And they used to give me one of these.
Yeah, every now and then I'm going to throw one of my day words at you.
It's come in for Mark Daigneault. 2-way player. Shai got around 1. Pulls up short of the rim. It's Wiggins. Got downhill and still able to score over the...
Risk both free throws. See if the Thunder can capitalize off that.
Shai. Omarui in.
As he was right there at the rim.
Nathan Knight is not a small body either, by the way. he's a big boy inside.
Yes, he is.
But Minnesota has 83%. Takes over 10 a game. Just number 4 here. And he's 4 for 4. 24 on the night for SGA. I thought it was going to be a delay of game, but then Brian Forte came over and said a technical foul. So it's a T on Edwards. That's why Shai's at the free throw line.
He's going into the body, and if he can't get a foul there on the body call, he's going up into the arms.
Anticipate how defensive players are going to play them and sort of get the contact that they want. And what has been an accordion third quarter. Leonard came out fully charged up, shaved down the deficit. Minnesota built it back up, and now to this third quarter.
Well, good job of chasing Brian Forbes off that line, not allowing him to get to his rhythm shot.
They want to keep that ball moving around the perimeter. Shai with the step back, straight away three. They get 21 points in the third quarter. Quarter number 3. Isaiah Joe, he'll set the feet and get the 3. And it's Minnesota's turn to cough it up. Here is Shai around Anderson, puts the shot in, and we are tied at 88. In the second quarter, in the third quarter, turned into a lead. Shai out to Waters, catch fire 3, that's good. Shai staying in the game here to start the fourth quarter. Usually sits the early portion. Bounces off the read. Officials come in. They're going to call it an offensive foul. Shai staying in the game here to start the fourth quarter. Usually sits the early portion. Bounces off the read. Officials come in. They're going to call it an offensive foul. This is something, Michael, that we said when they were really starting to crack. Shai initially couldn't get around Anderson, who poked it away, and then Omarui on the outlet pass. Clogged them up. There's J-Dub underneath. Oh, and he missed the reverse, but we get a whistle and a foul. Cuts, and Edwards took it away from behind. Trying to go one-on-one with Shai. Hops into it, missed it. Ball pops out. Shai's got it in stride. Trying to go one-on-one with Shai. Hops into it, missed it. Ball pops out. Shai's got it in stride. Offensive foul. Hops into it, missed it. Ball pops out. Shai's got it in stride. Offensive foul. And sending it back to the Timberwolves as Wiggins trying to contain Anthony Edwards. Anderson, boy, just goes into those long strides. And there's 3 minutes left to go.
A couple of good stops defensively, back-to-back stops here in closing time. See if the Thunder can take advantage of that.
Shai got to his spot, just missed the shot. As Shai diagnoses the defense. Got a little mismatch here with Reed. Goes between his legs, fires it inside. How about the vision and then the finish of Omarui. Shai stops, but it was blocked from behind by Noel, who recovered with that left arm. Rivers up on him. Shai spins away. Kept his pivot foot down, and he got blocked by Edwards, this time from behind.
Had a tough moment to put the Timberwolves up by 4.
7.2. One more free throw for Shai, who knocks it down, and he's got 34. Minnesota uses one of its 2 remaining timeouts. It's tough because if you don't get the 3 free throws, there's only 3 seconds on the backside. Back up the floor since you're out of timeouts. We'll see what Shai does here. If he makes this or misses it to try to get the rebound, he misses it. That's going to be a lane violation. Never hit the rim.